Hey everyone, so let's dive into a first look at Sprocketmonger Lockenstock heroic on the PTR. My overall thoughts is that this is a new era of WoW, everything looks chaotic but clean somehow, and it definitely looks a lot of fun. The theme of this raid is amazing. So right off the gate we start with Wire Transfer, which is that cast he did at the start, negating half of the room, and there's these conveyor belts that they will rotate and carry weapons, but more about that in a second. Sonic Baboom is a raid heal check, so just have your healers heal this. This is not a big heal check as long as there's no other mechanic, so it's quite comfortable. The next mechanic is these traps that the boss spawns. Now this is basically the gimmick of the fight, and you need to have the players destroy, by walking into one, destroy the traps one by one. They do need to be staggered by at least 2 seconds or else you wipe the raid, and it needs to be a unique player per trap. So what we did is we put world markers on all the trap spawn locations, and we called one by one who is gonna break. For example, Moon first, or Red first in this case, then Moon, then Blue, then Skull. Let's watch that in action here. As we do blow up the first trap, we get a debuff of 2 seconds. We blow the second trap, we get a debuff of 2 seconds, and so on and so on. Next we get the tank mechanic. The tank mechanic is actually pretty unique on this fight. The melees from the boss will give the tanks a stacking dot over there called Gravigang, meaning you take more damage with each stack, and they also slow you down. So you're getting slowed by each melee that you get from the boss. And then the boss does the Pyro Party trick. This is a mouthful, so we just called it the PPP. But this basically is a raid damage ability, just like Smoldron on the tank, and the explosion deals less damage the farther you are from raid. So basically the tank is gonna grab this, is gonna run away, and then is gonna do less damage on raid by being far from raid. Moving forward, the boss does activate the turrets, meaning we have to dodge these beams. Sometimes it's other types of turrets, but for now we have to dodge these beams. Now the boss does consume this area of the room, and now we play on the south area of the room. Sometimes the room negation will be this area and this area, that's just the overlap next, meaning we have to play this zigzag area and this zigzag area. Which makes it very fun to blow up traps, and is actually quite unique. Meanwhile, we are getting these players with these arrows on top of their heads, indicating that they are spawning drills or swirlies under them. Basically just dodge, and if you get hit you are screwed, because the mechanic is called screw up. So as you can see, we just dodge, we get a new tank mechanic, and now everything is just intuitive. You've seen the entire fight, just a little different things and different overlaps. For example, the turrets now will shoot these rockets over here, as you can see, and those rockets, if they hit any random player, they actually explode raid-wide damage, so you just gotta dodge them. They're not very intuitive, but they're not a big problem either. So we get a new set of traps. This time we are in the zigzag type of situation. We get the magnets that suck players in and traps in. These conveyor belts are rotating, and they are a bit hard to fight if you're walking on them, so try to avoid being on conveyor belts as much as possible. Now we get the entire left strip is wires, and now we are on the right side, meaning we have one more set of traps to do here. And then we go to Intermission, because the boss is about to reach 100 energy. We call it Intermission, but this is in reality just phase 2. But basically everyone in beta launch, that's the name of the phase, just gets yoinked to the entrance, and then we take this gateway on the right and we go to the boss. The entire room is electric, only the conveyor belts can be stood on, and we have these swirlies that we have to dodge. Now, just know there are spots like here that you can stand on without the conveyor belt moving you. I'm not sure if that's going to be final or not, but that's something you totally can do. Meanwhile, this is actually pretty intensive to heal, and after we're done with this, we have to go across into the safe spot. So now we have to go across this wire transfer, as we have this heal check. And now we're on this side of the room, meaning we get new traps. Now the boss is gonna spawn void lasers, so the lasers keep being unique here. But this is pretty much all you're gonna see when it comes to lasers. These lasers just look a bit crazier. The rest of the fight is basically the same, but the boss now has a 15% damage increase, and those are the lasers, by the way. And that damage increase, aka this buff over here, is just gonna be stacking up every time you do an intermission phase. This is pretty much all we saw in the fight before we actually wiped, but all in all, this is a pretty cool boss, and that's pretty much all I have to show you about this boss. So I'll see you on the next one, and I'm gonna dip now. Take care, bye bye.